Hello, yogis. My name is Ian. Welcome to Khali Yoga Center online. I'll be your teacher today, and I'll be working with Lindsay on the mat today. She's our student, and we are here to present a beginner's yoga flow, a simple, accessible series of postures that whether you're a beginner or an advanced yogi, you've been practicing for a long time, this short flow will be designed to get you in your body, connected to your breath, and clear in your mind. So we'll talk you through the basics of the postures as we flow, and we'll spend some time in the poses so you can pause the video, adjust as you need. And we also have a bunch of pose tutorial videos on our YouTube channel that you can also check out if any of these poses you want to get a little bit more modification information or some more specifics of the alignment of the poses. Those are great go-tos for you to explore as you keep moving forward in your practice. So we'll start today in child's pose. And to begin in child's pose, you'll bring your big toes to touch. You'll open your knees out wide toward the edges of the mat, and you extend the arms forward. And one of the foundational parts of any yoga practice is the steady, rhythmic breath that we create. We call it ujjayi breathing. So you begin that by breathing in and out through your nose. Deep, full breaths in and out. And you create a slight constriction with the whisper muscles in the back of your throat so that you can hear the breath. Almost like a oceanic wave coming in and out. And as you land in your child's pose, observe the physical sensations of your breathing as it slows down and opens up. Now bring your awareness to the foundation of the posture. Feel your hands on the mat and spread the fingers out wide. Feel the pads of the fingers touching the mat, the palms and the base of the hands. And then bring your awareness to the tops of your feet. Fan out your toes and feel the anchors at the tops of the feet rooting down. And from the physical foundation, draw in toward the core. Feel the space right beneath your navel. Draw in and up from that point. Downward facing dog. And we'll work from the foundation of the posture here. Place your hands shoulders distance apart, and your index fingers, the pointer fingers, are going to go straight forward. And then with your feet about hips distance apart, you turn the inner ankles back and sink down through the heels. Now, another foundational element of the practice, one of the pillars of the practice, is drishti. So you land your vision at the back of your mat. You can look between your feet, between your knees, or up toward your navel. And you're just simply steadying the focus of your eyes as a way to align your mind in the present moment, seeing what's right here in your space. And then from here, walk your feet toward your hands and take ragdoll, a standing forward fold. And similar to down dog, the foundation of the posture is your feet hips distance apart and the feet parallel, pointing straight ahead. And then moving up into the legs, there's a slight softening in the knees. From there, the sits bones tilt up toward the sky. And from the hips, the spine line goes straight down. And you can soften the neck here, let the head drop heavy. And it may feel good to take a little sway side to side, or if there is any tension in your neck, you might turn your head side to side, shake it out. And then from here, rise all the way up for Tadasana. And as your arms reach up, take your gaze in between your hands and lift your heart up toward where your eyes are looking. So you're connecting the physical body to the space that you're in here. And then in the opposite direction, send your tailbone straight down toward the space between the heels, and you feel that anchoring in your feet, solid and grounded. I'm going to take one more long inhale, reach up and spread the fingers wide. And as you exhale, fold forward. Now take a halfway lift from here. You'll bring your hands on your shins and elongate the spine from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Now plant your hands to the mat and step to high plank. Now in your high plank, create a long line from your head to your heels, pulling the body apart. And there's also an option here. If you want to bring your knees down to the ground, that's perfect. It'll take some of the pressure off of your arms and your shoulders. Now take one more long inhale here. And as you exhale, you're going to lower all the way down to the belly. And we'll take a cobra pose. So you'll slide your hands back a bit so the hands are right next to the low ribs and lift your chest up away from the ground. Have the tops of the feet pressing down, anchoring the legs as the foundation of the pose. And just notice where your eyes are looking, soft, steady focus. Take one more deep breath in. And from here, press back to downward facing dog. When you're down dog, send your hips up and back. Feel that lengthening from the tailbone all the way down through the crown of the head. And as you take your next inhale, look forward in between your hands. You can step or jump your feet forward. And as you get to the top of the mat, lift up halfway, breathe in. Bow forward, breathe out. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Now in chair pose, you'll have your big toes together and the heels a bit apart. Pull the weight back in the hips and down toward the ground. And then with your arms up in the air, take the gaze up in between the hands. Take one more full breath in and fold into the exhale. Lift up halfway and take a breath in. Step to high plank on your exhale. Now take an inhale in your high plank. Firm up your legs with the inhale and lower to low plank, just halfway down so the shoulders are in line with the elbows. And up dog this time. Draw your heart forward through your arms and press back to downward facing dog. Now from downward dog, step your right foot behind your right wrist for warrior one. And you'll flatten your back heel to the ground, anchoring the back leg. And then from your feet, draw the thighs in toward the hips so you're hugging into the center. And from the center, lift up through the arms, the hands, the gaze. Take a full inhale here. Place the hands down and step to high plank as you exhale. Now inhale in your high plank, long line from the head to the heels. Exhale to low plank. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Now we'll take warrior one on the other side. So the left foot steps right behind the wrist, and that gives you a wide, long stance so you can ground down into both feet. You've got the full purchase of the earth. And eyes steady and your breath full. Just reminding yourself of these simple foundational qualities of the practice. Take one more inhale here. Plant the hands and step to high plank as you exhale. Now take an inhale and lift the pit of the belly up to the spine. Low plank as you exhale with that connection to your core. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Settle your eyes. There's soft, calm focus in your vision. And the same with the breath, a steady, rhythmic breathing. As you take your next inhale, rise up onto your toes and look forward. You'll step or jump your feet up to your hands and lift halfway. Make your chest broad here. Fold forward. Now rise all the way up for Tadasana. Reach your hands to the sky. And from here, we'll take some balancing postures. We're going to start in eagle pose. So shift your weight onto your left foot and wrap the right leg up and over. And as you intertwine your arms, the right elbow goes underneath the left elbow. And then the vision, your drishti here, is part of what's helping your body balance. So you seeing one spot in your space allows your mind to connect your body to the space around you. Just simple proprioception. And from here, switch sides. Eagle on the right foot. Now draw your shoulders back so your chest is right on top of the hips. Your spine line long. Release and take dancer's pose. So for dancer's pose, you're going to stand on your left foot and reach back for the instep of your right foot. And you rotate the arm out to the side so the eye of the elbow turns out, and that'll broaden your chest. And with the opposite arm reaching forward, lift your chest up. Take one more full breath in here. Release as you exhale and switch sides. Dancer's pose, standing on your right foot. Feel the foundation of your posture with the right foot anchored. And your eyes create a foundation too. Vision steady, breath full. Take one more inhale. And release with the exhale. Tree pose. Ground your left foot, pointing it straight forward on the earth, and your right foot will come to your inner thigh, or you can take it down to the calf or the ankle. With your hands pressing together at heart center, feel your connection to center line. And you can keep the hands at heart center or reach them up to the sky. Draw a long inhale. And release with your exhale. Tree pose on the other side. You're creating a balance of the energy here. So there's effort and stability in the body with an equal and opposing ease, a softness and a calm energy. So you're not overworking one part of the body. You've got the whole structure of the pose working together in harmony. Take a full breath in. Spread the fingers with your inhale and release with the exhale. Now from the top of the mat, sweep your arms up to the sky. Take a big inhale, Tadasana. Fold forward through your exhale. Lift up halfway and make your back flat here. Step to high plank, and you'll lower all the way down onto your belly from here. Now from the belly, we'll take locust pose. Bring your arms by your sides. You're going to turn the palms down toward the ground and then lift from the earth. You float the arms and legs up. Now connect your vision toward a spot out in front of you toward the top of the mat, or just a little bit past the top of the mat. And you lengthen the back of the neck, the sides of the neck. And bring your awareness out to the periphery, the toes alive, the fingertips spread, the whole body engaged. Take one more full inhale here, and then softly lower down to the mat. And just take a couple breaths here on the ground. And now bow pose. Bend your knees and reach back for the tops of the feet here. And as you hold on to the feet, you're creating some resistance here with the hands pulling and the feet pressing. And with those connection points, lift straight up. You draw the body up into this like like rain droplet shape, the toes and the head reaching up to the peak of the posture. And I'll take a deep inhale, fill the shape with breath. And then as you exhale, just softly lower down, rest your opposite cheek onto the mat for a moment. Now roll over onto your back and we'll set up for bridge pose. And for bridge pose, you'll begin with the feet right underneath the knees, about hips distance apart with the feet. And you'll bring your hands down by your sides, press down into the hands and feet, lift your hips up. And with that strong foundation of the hands and feet pressing, you lift the hips and the chest presses toward the chin. So you've got this opening expansion across the whole body. And just land your awareness in your breathing for a moment. Just create that steady, rhythmic breath. Ujjayi. As you notice the steady, rhythmic breath, you're also observing the physical sensations, the calming and awakening that comes with your full, intentional breathing. Take one more deep inhale and lower gently down to the mat. Happy baby pose. So for happy baby, you'll reach for your feet, and if it isn't accessible to hold on to your feet, you can also hold behind the knees. The backs of the thighs are an option here. And with that gentle resistance of your hands pulling down, press your feet up into your hands. And it may feel nice to do a little rocking motion side to side to open the lower back a bit more. And then from here, draw your knees into your chest, curl in. You'll take a little rocking motion forward and back on the spine. And as you come up into a seat, you can spin to face the front of your mat, and we'll set up for half pigeon pose next. And as you get into half pigeon, you'll have your right leg forward and your left leg behind. And the back leg is pointing straight back from the hip. And your front thigh, it'll point straight forward, or it might point out to the right edge of the mat a bit on a little bit more of a diagonal. And then depending on how open or tight your hips are feeling, you may have space to move your right foot and shin a little closer to the top of the mat. And all these alignment cues are here as a way for you to bring the pose to your body, as opposed to forcing your body into a strict, rigid alignment of the shape. The alignment cues are here to guide you in bringing the pose to your body. And from here, as the body starts to open up a bit more, you may have space to crawl your hands a bit farther forward. You may relax your chest all the way down. You may also come up onto your hands and have your chest more lifted. And again, you're looking for and creating the balance of effort, engagement, and power in the pose with a soft, steady, easeful energy too. And from here, bring your hands under your shoulders to lift up. And we'll take Janu Sirsasana, seated single leg extension. So your back leg is going to come around to the front, extend it straight forward from your hip. Then you place your right foot toward your inner thigh and turn your chest toward your left leg. Fold over the left leg, and you may have space to hold on to the foot. You can hold the ball mound of the foot and pull back. You can also bring your hands next to your leg, anchoring them into the mat. Bring your awareness to the center line here, from the tailbone through the crown of the head. Create a strong, long line. Rise up and set up for half pigeon on the other side. This time it'll be your left leg forward and your right leg behind you. connect to the simple foundational points in the shape. Feel your hands where they're placed on the mat. Feel the top of your back foot and the flex in your front foot. As you practice noticing, paying attention to your body, you also get to witness the impact of that as the mind steadies, coming from like distracted, bouncing around, thinking mind to like a calm steadiness of you just being aware of your body, noticing your breath, and feeling what it feels like to be connected. Now bring your hands under your shoulders and rise up for seated single leg extension on the other side. Your right leg will go forward, left foot to the inner thigh, and fold over your leg. Notice the foundation in this posture, the points at your sits bones underneath your seat, the back of the right leg extending forward all the way through the center of the right heel, and the left leg opening out to the side. And practicing both the doing of the posture, the doing of the pose, and also the experience of being in the pose, what you notice, what you feel, what you see. Now rise up from here and extend both legs forward for fish pose. So to set up for fish, the legs are extended out in front, and you'll place your hands just behind your seat and recline onto the elbows. And from those foundational points, lift the chest up. The sternum bone expands up and out. And notice the connection to your core here. Draw the pit of the belly in and up. And then you naturally move the breath up into the chest and upper back. Expand from the inside out. Take a long breath in. And as you exhale, lower gently onto your back. And we'll take an inversion and waterfall today. So you'll walk your feet in underneath your knees, and you're going to lift your hips up and slide your hands just underneath the flat part of your lower back to just slightly elevate your hips off the ground. And then with the legs extending straight up, create a soft flex in the feet. And then let the shoulders relax toward the earth. You can land your eyes on a spot on the ceiling, the sky, maybe toward the big toes. And from here, move the hands out from under the hips and draw your knees into your chest. And we'll take a supine twist from here. Extend your left leg long on the mat and draw your right knee across your body. You can let your gaze fall toward the right shoulder and extend the arm out to the side. Now in your twist, take a deep inhale all the way to the top and let an easy sigh out through the mouth. Now draw your knees into the center and we'll switch sides for the other supine twist. So you'll have the left knee in, extend the right leg long. And As the knee drops off to the side, you turn your gaze toward the left shoulder. As you breathe in the shape, just notice what's opening up, what's softening. The body's in this constant state of adaptation. And you get to witness that as the body adapts to the shape and opens up in it. Take one more full breath in here. And let a soft sigh out through the mouth. Now come to the center for Supta Baddha Konasana, reclined bound angle. So you have the soles of the feet together and the knees falling open. You can bring the arms down by the sides. It may also feel good to place your right hand just below your navel, your left hand just above your heart. That way you have a bit more access to feeling the breath and the heartbeat. And from here, set yourself up for Shavasana. So you'll place your feet out at the edges of your mat and let your legs relax. Bring your hands down by your sides and soften the energy in the arms. And the intention for Shavasana, corpse pose, is to let the body get still, to release the energy that holds the matter of the body together, and for you to connect to the part of you that is beyond the body. You can pause the video here and take as much time as you'd like in Shavasana. Thanks for joining us at Khali Yoga Center online. Thanks for making time for your practice, and check out some of our other videos, the pose tutorials. We have some meditations online, and we'll look forward to seeing you here in the virtual space and on the mat again soon. Have a great day. Namaste.